Hey everybody, welcome back to On the Road to Dr. Effin. I'm Javeda Bay, soon to be Dr. Effin, and I'm feeling good, y'all. Like I'm feeling good. But before we get into that, there's a lot to talk about today. I want to talk about like what classes I'm in, like give a little more insight into like what it's like to be in a PhD program. Also, I don't know if everyone knows what I plan to do with this PhD afterwards, and I think that's something of importance. And lastly, like obviously give you like a full like deep dive, not a deep dive, but like give you the deets on what's actually going on currently because we're still in it, in the thick of it. So let's do that. Firstly, if you don't know, I'm in two classes this semester. One is methodology one, so I'm in a methods class. It focuses on quantitative methods in doing research, which actually before I started this program, I dreaded anything quantitative. I was like, oh my God, numbers. No, I don't do good at math, which is pretty funny considering that I enrolled in a PhD program. Like, everyone knows that you're going to do research. Research usually includes numbers. I was dreading it. But actually, y'all, I'm pretty good at the stuff. Like, who would have thought a girl that really needs a calculator to do like all the math for like everything in terms of numbers is good at quantitative like research things. So that feels good. That's like nice. It's like ooh, okay, look at that self doubt trying to make you doubt yourself, but you actually on top of it, you on your A game. Feels good. It feels really nice. And then my second class is called SGR rights. It's called sex, gender, and reproductive rights. And I originally thought there was going to be a class all about abortion access, which had me like super stoked. I was like, yes, perfect timing. Like we need it. I need the knowledge. Yes, it does cover some of that, but it is essentially a policy class that focuses on like policies that relate back to sexuality. And you might be like, Javay, what are you even talking about in the class? That doesn't make sense. Like laws don't have anything to do with sexuality. False. They do. Also, P.S. I will be talking about this even more in depth throughout this month. So if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, definitely do that. And also like make sure you're following me on all social media because like it's gonna get good. But yeah, so I'm in that class, which is like super amazing because also I was avoidant of policy. I was like, ew, law things. Like I'm originally from the DC area. Like I grew up in like this legal arena, so like why does that even sound fun? It doesn't to me. Wow, mind-blowing. It's probably my favorite class this semester. I did not expect that to go that way, but it did. And it's really just like eye-opening in terms of like there's a lot I can do as a sex educator to enact change in ways that I hadn't thought about before, so that's really cool. So if you were curious like, Jay, what classes are you taking? Now you know. That's just this semester though. They're gonna switch next semester. Okay, so you know what classes I'm taking. Okay, but Javay, like, again, what are you trying to do with this PhD? Because it seems real niche. You're not wrong. A human sexuality degree is pretty niche because outside of like your typical like human sexuality or women's and gender studies courses, like what can you teach with a PhD in human sexuality? You would be shocked to know that I'm interdisciplinary. So my other discipline is media. So I can do a lot, especially like in the media realm, like media literacy classes, which I also love because it means that I can also do porn literacy because I think that's extremely important. But yeah, so I definitely do plan to teach. That is what I want to do. That's what I love to do. Like being in a classroom literally just like makes me so happy. But also, I want to do so much. I want to do my research. Like, I want to do research. I have so many questions that I think could be explored in different ways. And I have started like 3 different research projects that I need to finish. But I want to continue to do research. I want to teach in classrooms, but mainly I really want to focus on like disseminating sex education to the masses without a paywall, without any like barriers, without it being like undigestible. Like I want to be the sex educator of the people. That's what matters with this PhD. I want to get the knowledge so I can share the knowledge with y'all. I ain't trying to gatekeep it. I ain't trying to be the only one that knows the stuffs. I want all of us to know the stuffs. I want all of us to be good. So yeah, how am I going to do that? I'm not really sure yet. I have ideas. I don't know if they're practical ideas, but I have ideas. But for the time being, we're going to do it through this avenue, through media. We're gonna do it through YouTube, social media, all that jazz. So yeah, that's what I plan to do with this PhD when I'm done. But for now, we're just gonna try and get the PhD done. Okay, and so lastly, like, how's it actually going right now? Great, y'all. I'm on cloud 9. I'm feeling good. One, I was like ahead of the curve last week. Like got assignments in the beginning of the week for like the next weekend. Like, what? Who is she? Granted, I had motivation. I was going on vacation. But like still, I'm ahead of the game, which makes me feel really good, but also like on top of my game. I'm currently in the process of working on like my survey design, potentially for my actual dissertation research. And I was intimidated at first. I was like, oh my gosh, this probably isn't going to go well. I don't know what I'm doing. But then I was like, ignore all that. Just do the thing and we'll see what happens. And so I made up my draft survey and then I reached out to friends because friends are great. Friends are amazing. Especially friends that do survey design and research as their profession. I reached out. I was like, hey, can we just like touch base? Can you like look this over? Let me know if I'm like even going in the right direction. Spoiler alert, I am. So yeah, when I say I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. Like, moral of the story is like academia is not a place that's really like celebrating Black women at all. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, look at this Black woman doing amazing things. It's like, oh, you're a Black woman, I'm gonna work harder to make it harder for you. So like to see, like to be winning essentially feels really good, to be winning in a area of higher education that doesn't want you to win. So yeah, moral of the story is things are going great. I'm feeling good. Y'all gonna be calling me Dr. Effin sooner than you thought. And yeah, but that's that. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on all social media because y'all, I promise you, all the stuff I'm turning out this month is, I'm so thrilled about it. And maybe it's because it's like more academic, but like I'm so excited and I just think y'all are gonna love it. So follow me everywhere. But also make sure you subscribe to my email newsletter because just in case the social media powers that be are like, girl, you trying to offer too much knowledge to the people and try and like censor me again and deplatform me, my email is gonna be where you find me next. But yeah, until next time, my friends, I'm gonna see you later. Deuces.